All right, welcome. Today we are going to dive into something really cool, a case study about strategy. But we're not talking about just competing harder. We're talking about competing smarter by basically rewriting the rules of the entire game.
You know, this is the classic business problem, right? When everybody's fighting over the exact same customers, the water gets messy, it gets bloody. But what if you could just sail away and find a wide-open blue ocean, all to yourself? That's the huge idea we're digging into today.
And our guide for this journey is a company called Elite AgriPlus. They're a really innovative company, sitting right at that sweet spot where agriculture meets technology. They use the Internet of Things, or IoT, to build these amazing, smart solutions for things like hydroponics and fisheries. And it's all about making farming more efficient and sustainable.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll kick things off by really understanding who AgriPlus is. Then, we'll get into the core strategy they can use. After that, we're going to break down two totally different playbooks. One for people like you and me, the home growers, and another for the big commercial clients. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with the big picture strategic shift. Sound good? Let's do it.
First things first, let's get to know the company at the center of our story.
So here's the key thing to get. AgriPlus isn't just selling pumps and lights. No way. They're selling intelligence. They put sensors in everything and give you these data dashboards. And that means everyone, from a hobbyist growing some herbs on their balcony to a massive commercial fish farm, can make smarter, data-driven decisions. It's all about boosting efficiency and being more sustainable.
But look, having cool tech is one thing. It's not enough. They're still playing in a really competitive field. And that brings us to a major strategic crossroads.
Oh, this is such a powerful metaphor. The red ocean, that's what we usually think of as business, right? It's a shark tank, a limited market where companies are just tearing each other apart, fighting for scraps, turning the water red. The blue ocean strategy, on the other hand, is about creating a brand new market, a clear, wide-open space where the competition, well, they just don't even matter anymore.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It completely flips the script. It's not about being a little bit better. It's about being fundamentally different. It's about creating such a massive leap in value for your customers that you discover an entirely new world. But how on earth do you actually do that?
Well, you do it with a framework. This is the ERRC grid. It stands for Eliminate, Reduce, Raise, and Create. It's the practical tool you use to totally reshape your market. By asking these four simple but profound questions, a company like AgriPlus can challenge all the old assumptions and cook up a brand new value proposition. So let's see how this actually translates into real-world strategies.
Okay, let's start with the everyday person. You know, the home grower, the hobbyist. How can AgriPlus find its blue ocean with them?
First up, a classic blue ocean move. You lower the barrier to entry with a free 30-day trial of their cloud platform.
This move is brilliant because it tackles customer hesitation head-on. You're not sure if it's for you? No problem. Here, try the monitoring dashboard and the AI-powered growth tips for free. It lets the value speak for itself. You build a habit, the tech starts to feel essential, and bam, you've got a powerful driver for future subscriptions.
The second strategy is all about telling a story and being transparent, using something they call a crop story microsite.
Just imagine this. You buy some fresh produce, you scan a QR code on the package, and you can actually see the real-time farm data behind it. It turns these abstract numbers into a real, engaging story about where your food came from. This isn't just data. It's a tangible way to know your farmer, and that builds an incredible amount of trust and community.
You know, a huge hurdle for beginners is just how complicated everything can feel. So strategy number 3 is designed to fix that. The Grower's Dashboard Lite.
This is all about crushing that fear of failure. By making a super simplified mobile app that only shows the most important stuff, like pH and temperature, AgriPlus gets rid of the intimidation factor. It makes new growers feel empowered and in control, not totally overwhelmed by a sea of data.
All right, next up, how do you make farming fun and maybe even a little competitive? That's the whole idea behind this gamified green thumb challenge.
This is such a clever pivot. It shifts the product from being just a functional tool to something emotional. A social media contest where people are sharing their efficiency score or pictures of their harvest. That doesn't just create engagement, it creates social status, bragging rights, and a huge wave of free user-generated marketing.
And finally, for the 5th B2C strategy, how do you build trust really fast? You leverage the power of trusted voices. Partnering with eco-conscious influencers or maybe well-respected community leaders gives you instant social proof and credibility. It can accelerate adoption in a way that old-school advertising just can't touch.
Okay, time to switch gears completely. The needs of a giant commercial farm are a world away from a home hobbyist. So how does this whole blue ocean thing work here, in the really high-stakes world of B2B sales?
The B2B playbook is all about solving really expensive problems. First, AgriPlus can offer a free smart farm digitalization audit. This isn't a sales pitch. It's free consulting that shows a farm exactly where they're losing money. Then they roll out a BOS mode dashboard. This is critical. It's a view for the owners, speaking their language, ROI, risk, bottom line, not nerdy technical data. Third, they partner with feed suppliers to create an ecosystem. This makes their platform stickier and more valuable. Next, they change the whole business model with Farm as a Service. This bundles everything, hardware, software, maintenance, into one subscription. No more unpredictable sales, just stable, recurring revenue. And finally, the knockout punch, a custom ROI and compliance report. This thing auto-generates proof of cost savings and helps with certifications, solving a massive headache for these businesses.
So when you step back and you look at both of these playbooks, the one for consumers and the one for businesses, a really powerful theme starts to emerge. The real shift here isn't just about the technology.
And this table just lays it out perfectly. For retail customers, the goal is all about engagement, showing them the economic benefits, and growing that user base super fast. For the big business clients, it's about credibility, proving a tangible return on investment, reducing their risk, and locking in that sweet, predictable recurring revenue. You see the pattern? In both cases, AgriPlus stops selling sensors and starts selling success.
And that leaves us with one final big question to take away from all this. Whether you're in tech, services, or pretty much any industry, the question is the same. I want you to look past your product, past all your features, and ask yourself this: what outcome, what success are your customers truly buying? Because the answer to that question, well, that might just be your blue ocean.